Hi, my name is Charles Ulmer, and I'm a student at Kennesaw State University's iTech Ed Specialist program. Currently, I teach health and physical education at Chestatee High School, located in Gainesville, Georgia. The title of my capstone project is How to Integrate Technology into Health and Physical Education. This capstone project was originally developed for Flowery Branch High School, located in Flowery Branch, Georgia. However, an opportunity arose for me to change schools within the district, so I took it. Like all teachers have experienced at one time or another, the best laid plans often have to be changed or manipulated to fit circumstances as well as to adapt to fit resources. Within this video, I will present information on what was proposed for Flowery Branch High School, as well as present information on what was actually implemented at Chestatee High School. The need. Currently, there are no technology requirements or training for health and PE teachers in Hall County School District. Technology has become a vital component of students' lives as students receive an abundance of information through technology. Health and PE teachers should take advantage of every resource available to help students obtain an optimal level of personal health. Accountability should not only be created for health and PE teachers, but for students, administrators, and parents.
Reinforcing the need for technology is this ability to offer new and fresh ways to be active, perceive the world, as well as ways to track personal health over one's high school career. Not only will technology help students lead a more healthy life, technology will help teachers keep track of health data on a daily and yearly basis, offer programs for all students and health issues, as well as familiarize themselves with content to current students' interests. Being that technology is the way of the future and is upon us now, we need to effectively use the advantages of technology to help students live healthy lives.
As stated earlier, this capstone project was originally designed for Flowery Branch High School, and this is how the needs to effectively integrate technologies were to be met. The needs were to be addressed through effective professional development. I would conduct a technology assessment survey with PE teachers prior to the 2015-2016 school year. Data would be analyzed and synthesized for meetings prior to the end of the school year with PE teachers. In the summer of 2016 and fall of 2016, no less than 4 professional development trainings will be scheduled. Here we would establish resources, attitudes, and comfort levels to establish baselines regarding effective technology use and integration. Technology integration plans will be developed and critiqued for all teachers. We would also develop measurement scales for teachers' accountability and student surveys regarding implementation. We would meet each Monday of the school year to discuss progress and troubleshoot problems. Once the 2016-2017 school year is underway, teacher technology integration progress will be assessed and discussed weekly. After the first semester, data from student surveys and teacher assessments will be discussed to make modifications related to teaching practices and technology integration. The effectiveness of this program was to be determined by data collected through surveys, questionnaires, and interviews. Data from formative and summative evaluations would be used to assess the effectiveness of individual teachers. Surveys would also be used to gauge students' opinions regarding technology use within the health and PE programs. Moving on to Chestatee High School in the summer of 2016. The plan was still to lead professional development of effective technology use within health and PE. I needed to reach out to health and physical education teachers via email to establish a rapport as well as gauge interest in technology integration. I would have to develop and administer survey regarding health and PE teachers' technology use, comfort level, etc. I would also need to meet with the health and PE department head to determine resources, past and present technology use at Chestatee, and other vital information. I would need to determine how best to approach possible professional development sessions with new colleagues regarding how to integrate technology into their classrooms. I would also have to determine course of action to fit each teacher individually related to technology use and integration. I would also need to evaluate teachers formatively and summatively and make changes accordingly. I would also have to develop accountability measures for the capstone project itself. Like the capstone project plan in most regards, the evaluation plan would stay intact. Evaluation methods would include questionnaires, interviews, and surveys for both students and teachers. The following will be a description of the capstone experience, also known as So What Really Happened. A survey was developed and sent out to health and PE teachers at Chestatee High School prior to the 2016-2017 school year. Data was analyzed and synthesized. Professional development days were formed with the help of the health and PE department head. Technology ideas were suggested for all teachers and ideas were implemented. Interviews and surveys were conducted to assess the effectiveness of strategies suggested. Through the Kennesaw State iTech program, I was able to infuse technology within our health and PE program through our WebQuest assignment as well as our technology grant proposal assignment. A simple 6-question survey was emailed to determine technology readiness for each health and PE teacher. 5 teachers within the health and PE department took the survey. The survey revealed that 4 out of 5 participants said they felt comfortable with technology and use it regularly. Only 1 teacher was not comfortable with technology use outside of basic web surfing and using the school's infinite campus to take roll and enter grades, but did state that at times even these give him problems. All participants said they like the idea of using technology to supplement their lessons. However, most currently don't use a lot of technology within their classes. 4 out of 5 participants say they don't consider themselves experts in technology, but aren't scared to try new things. The survey revealed that this group of teachers had basic technology skills and were eager to try new things to accelerate their own growth to improve student success and motivation related to health and PE. After the survey, and with the help of the health and PE department head, I was able to hold professional development on August 3rd, 4th, and 5th, which led to professional development being scheduled for November 8th, January 3rd, February 19th, and May 25th. During the August 3rd and 4th professional development, formal introductions were made. Ideas were circulated on how technology could help with our health and PE classes. Participants were shown through a video presentation the effectiveness of technology within health and PE, as well as given useful websites for browsing ideas, such as PE Geek and Spark PE. Participants were also asked to come up with one way to integrate technology into their classes, and a discussion ensued. Rewarded for attending professional development, here I told the participants that I would give them a signed team ball from the Atlanta Falcons for each of them to raffle off for their individual varsity sports in which they coach, if they agreed to attend professional development as well as implement some of the strategies suggested. As a former NFL player and Atlanta Falcon, I felt this was quite doable. During the August 5th professional development session, teachers were shown effective technology tools that they could use to integrate technology. I suggested that the strength and conditioning coach use the iPads we had inside the football field house in order to video students performing exercise to make corrections and point out improvements. I suggested he also use the TVs in the weight room to show students the examples of how to correctly perform a selected exercise. Since all other teachers taught recreation-based games or personal health and fitness, those teachers were shown various apps such as My Macros and MyFitnessPal with which they could use. However, teachers were still free to use whichever technology they wanted to as long as they implemented technology. At the close of the meeting, we agreed we would have a professional development day on November 8th to discuss how technology implementation was going. In the November 8th professional development session, evaluations were made on technology integration based on one-on-one interviews as well as the discussions within the health and PE department as a whole. Throughout the time from our August 5th meeting, I made a point to have open discussions with health and PE staff to learn how technology integration was going and offer solutions or advice. Since it was not uncommon for all PE teachers to be in the gym at one time, I used these occasions to monitor progress as well as evaluate dispositions of teachers. Obstacles to technology infusion were identified and discussed at this November 8th meeting as well. Here, teachers cited students' lack of interest and participation in using technology in their classes. At this time, I could tell enthusiasm was decreasing among teachers. Luckily, I was in the middle of creating a web quest for a class in KSU's iTech Educational Specialist Program. So a web quest was introduced as a possible means of infusing technology within the health and PE department. At the January 3rd professional development meeting for health and PE teachers, I showed teachers my web quest and how we could use it to help students take control of their personal health. All teachers agreed that this would be a great idea and agreed to implement the web quest for a project grade during second semester health classes. Teachers who had already taught health were eager to see the results so they could implement the web quest next school year. Professional development was scheduled for February 19th to discuss implementation details and schedule lab time. At the February 19th professional development meeting, it was painfully obvious that most all teachers had quit trying to infuse technology into their classes. Again, with the help of a grant writing assignment from KSU's iTech program, I was able to regain traction. I asked if our health and PE department would be interested in submitting a grant to obtain money for Fitbits. Since I was writing the grant for school, we should use it for our benefit. This idea went over well, and the department head said we had enough money in our department account to make it happen, even if the grant application was denied. I developed and administered a survey to gauge student interest in the Fitbit usage. At the end of the meeting, the WebQuest was discussed in detail, and a date for implementation was set. The WebQuest was implemented in April 2017 by 3 health teachers within the Health and PE program. Approximately 96 students participated in completing the WebQuest over the course of 1 week. Students were divided up into groups and were asked to work on a collaborative basis. Specific guidelines were given as to what the WebQuest project entailed. However, individuality was stressed by all teachers. Final WebQuest projects were presented to each teacher's class as well as to the teacher in grading according to a rubric. A survey was given to gauge the effectiveness of the WebQuest to determine the impact of this assignment. The final professional development meeting was held on May 25th. Here, discussions on the Fitbit and WebQuest surveys took place. We also discussed how we as teachers could help students use technology more effectively, especially explaining the WebQuest a lot better. We also agreed to hold students more accountable for their technology use as well. A group discussion was conducted at this time related to instructional practices regarding technology infusion into health and PE. Hopefully this will carry over until the next school year. The following is examples of evaluation methods used during the capstone experience. This is the 6-question survey sent out to health and PE teachers at Chestatee High School regarding technology readiness. How often do you use technology on your own? How often do you supplement lessons with technology? How would you rate your technology skills? Are you open to new ways on how to use technology in teaching? Do you think technology is an integral part of health and PE? This is a survey used to gauge WebQuest effectiveness. Questions included: was the time allotted sufficient to complete the WebQuest? Was the WebQuest easy to understand? Would you like to do another WebQuest? Constructive response questions included: what was your favorite part of the WebQuest? What is the one thing you learned from the WebQuest? In this survey, students were able to answer in yes/no format, as well as provide personal insight. The final survey used was to gauge student interest in using Fitbits. Out of 425 students surveyed, 305, or 77%, said they were interested. During the capstone experience, the most useful tool for evaluating teachers were one-on-one interviews and group discussions. As the capstone project progressed, these methods became invaluable in determining the effectiveness of the technology implementation plan. These discussions and interviews provided useful information that oftentimes don't appear on surveys and questionnaires. Body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice are characteristics that can't be transmitted through data. The following is a reflection of the capstone experience. Over the course of this capstone project, I have learned that being a technology leader and technology coach isn't as easy as I once thought. However, I've learned to persevere over ingrained attitudes and various obstacles while still sharpening my skills as a technology leader. This experience gave me an opportunity to develop professional learning opportunities for my health and physical education colleagues in technology, and allowed me to show them how technology could be used to foster academic success as well as improve teaching practices. Throughout the course of this assignment, I was forced to modify certain aspects of the project, and I was also forced to think outside the box of how best to develop buy-in from my colleagues. Not everyone had the same enthusiasm for technology infusion as I did, so coming up with ideas for all participants was a major task at times. In my opinion, and after the fact, I believe this made me stronger in my coaching abilities and overall teaching skills. When reflecting on the capstone experience, I feel as if it was certainly the case of when one door closes, another door opens. With the help of assignments completed through the KSU iTech program, I was able to breathe life into and sustain the technology integration plan. With this project, I gained invaluable experience in leadership as well as just good old stick-to-itness. It's our job as educators to create 21st century learning environments as well as 21st century learners, not just bail out when obstacles appear. Although this may be the end of my journey in the KSU iTech EDS program, it's just the beginning for me as an advocate for integrating technology and not only the health and PE curriculum, but for the entire Chestatee High School community. At this time, I would like to acknowledge my fellow colleagues at both Flowery Branch High School and Chestatee High School for helping with my capstone project, as well as the wonderful students who were part of the experience. I would also like to acknowledge my fellow classmates and professors in the KSU iTech program and say it's been a joy to work with you over the last few years. I wish you all the best.